Just before I got off the plane, a bomb went off in New York, and nobody knows exactly what's going on.
I think we should, again, withhold judgment until we know more about what happened.
Well, on the campaign trail, quick and differing reactions from the candidates to the New York City explosion.
So what does it say about their leadership style? Here to weigh in is managing editor of the Washington Free Beacon, Aaron MacLean, and Democratic Ohio State Senator Capri Cafaro. Nice to see both of you this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Good morning. All right, Capri, look at that. Hashtag was trending this morning, overnight. Zombie Hillary. I mean, you had the airplane noise drowning her out. Donald Trump comes off the plane and says right away this was a bomb. Maybe he was privy to some information that Hillary wasn't. I don't know. How do you think that these two played this?
You know, I think that it's obvious to me, at least, that there is a difference between someone who has experience in government versus someone who is a first-time candidate. So Donald Trump, you know, basically jumped on it and said, yes, you know, this is a bomb. And Rudy Giuliani, you know, who obviously supports him, said, you know, this is a terrorist attack, whereas Hillary Clinton presented a much more measured approach. And I think that is reflective of, you know, the fact that Hillary Clinton has, you know, been the Secretary of State. She was a United States Senator, and many people that have experience in government want to avoid creating a sense of panic. They do not want to impede or hamper an active investigation. But at the same time, I think that, you know, the American public is looking for strength, and they may see that that measured approach as one of hesitation and one of weakness. And so I think that it'll be interesting to see how the polls play out on this. Obviously, that hashtag is unfortunate, but, you know, when you're dealing with reality, you're dealing with national security, a more measured approach is one that is more traditional.
But then, Aaron, also you have how the mainstream media is covering it as well, because originally Hillary Clinton did use the word bombing, but then she tried to walk that back. We don't hear a lot about that.
She sure did. Look, I think if strategists or folks in Clinton world think that they're going to transform this into a hit on Donald Trump for calling a bombing a few minutes before that fact was actually confirmed by police, I think they're making a serious mistake. They want this to be a hit on his temperament, but I think the American people are just going to see this as calling a spade a spade. And the real question is what he hasn't been saying, right? He hasn't appeared to go too far in the way that he did, say, after the Orlando bombing. So today, Monday, I'm looking to see, does he overplay his hand again? I haven't seen him do that yet.
Well, that is a great point, Capri, because we saw in the wake of, we saw in Orlando and then, of course, another attack, he kind of came out and was almost sort of seemed like he was promoting himself right afterwards, and a lot of people, even Republicans, jumped down his throat on that.
Yeah, well, we've seen, obviously, a much more measured and restrained Donald Trump since he's taken on Kellyanne Conway as his campaign manager. So I'm not entirely surprised that he's a little bit more measured in how he is approaching this and referring to it as a bomb rather than jumping to radical Islamic terrorism. But, you know, again, I think we really need to wait and see what happens as far as an unfolding investigation on what this really is about. And it's a scary time. You know, we just saw the thing about Elizabeth, New Jersey, and I think America, 50 days out from an election, is going to look to somebody who's a leader in national security.
Yeah, and we have some new polls that have just been released by Fox News, and we can take a look at possibly what they mean moving into the debate that's coming up. The opinion of the presidential candidates up first: Clinton 45%, Trump 44%. When it comes to favorable, unfavorable, Clinton 54% and Trump 54%. So, Aaron, really a dead heat when it comes to who you like and who you don't like.
It sure is. And, you know, one of the interesting things about this poll is a lot of the negative aspects for both candidates cancel each other out in terms of trustworthiness and in terms of whether they're in it for themselves or in it for the country. But there are some significant differences. Clinton is definitely above water, rightly or wrongly, on competence and qualification. Trump is definitely above water, again, rightly or wrongly, on a change agent. For these terror attacks that are going on this weekend, the Clinton camp clearly wants to emphasize the competence aspect. But I'm not sure, you know, if the American people look at New York, look at Minnesota, and they see these terror attacks, what do you want? Do you want a steady, unemotional hand at the tiller, or do you want somebody who's going to change it, who's going to fundamentally alter the situation? So again, I don't see this necessarily playing against Trump.
Capri, how do Hillary and Donald play this at the debate a week away?
You know, I think that at this point, this shows how confused and conflicted, frankly, the American electorate is. They want, on one hand, they want experience. On the other hand, they want to change the direction of the nation. You know, so I think that the debate is really going to be incredibly important. We already knew knew that there was going to be a lot weighing in, on this debate, a lot being put on the shoulders of both Hillary and Mr. Trump. So I think they really are going to have to both. I think that Donald Trump in particular is going to have to show that he has the gravitas and the policy acumen to really succeed.
All right, Capri and Aaron, we appreciate you joining us bright and early this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.